All right, let's get the latest on deportations now, because a federal judge in Louisiana is raising concerns the Trump administration appears to have, quote, deported a U.S. citizen with no meaningful process, end quote, after a 2-year-old was sent to Honduras with her mother. Now, the president's border czar, Tom Homan, disputed that claim on Face the Nation yesterday.
There was due process. The 2-year-old baby was left with the mother because the mother signed a document requesting her 2-year-old baby go with her. That's the parent's decision. I don't think the judge knows specifics of this case. 2-year-old went with the mom. The mom signed a paper saying, "I want my 2-year-old to go with me." That's a parent's decision. It's not a government decision.
All right, CBS News immigration and politics reporter Camilo Montoya-Galvez is here with me in Studio 57 to discuss this and more. Camilo, good morning.
Good morning.
You. Great to have you with us. Explain the circumstances on this case. Secretary Homan said he didn't know the specifics, but what do we know?
Yes, Errol, good morning. A federal judge is asking serious questions about how this 2-year-old citizen child ended up in a deportation flight to Honduras with her mother, who was in the country illegally. We should underscore. What we do know is that, according to ICE, the mother of this child, who had a deportation order to be sent back to Honduras, agreed to take this 2-year-old child who was born in the U.S. and thus was an American citizen back with her to Honduras on this deportation flight. But the rest of the family is disputing that, Errol. The father is saying that he tried to get her to stay in the U.S., the child, by appointing a legal guardian with legal status in the U.S. to be her caretaker and to allow the child to stay in the U.S. and to remain here. But obviously, ICE is saying that the mother signed a letter saying that she wished that her daughter would accompany her to Honduras. So there's like a he said, she said situation here, Errol, and the judge is now scheduling a hearing for May to determine what the actual facts in the case are. But this is yet another example in which advocates would say that in the process of trying to fulfill the president's mass deportation goals, the Trump administration is trampling on the due process of people.
And it's not the only case like this. You've got 2 other children who were U.S. citizens. They were also deported with their parents on Friday. What do we know about those other cases?
That's right. So this is another family who was deported to Honduras. Again, another mother with 2 children. One of them was receiving care for cancer treatment here in the U.S. and was also an American citizen. That child, according to the advocates, was not allowed to consult with doctors or attorneys before being put on that deportation flight with his mother, who, again, also had a deportation order because she was in the country illegally. ICE is, of course, saying that they are giving parents a choice to take their children with them if they are U.S. citizens or to leave them here in the care of a legal guardian. But again, the advocates are saying that this happened so quickly and so fast that there was no due process here and no ability for the parents to make a reasonable decision as to whether or not they wanted their children to remain here in the U.S. And in this case, a child who is suffering from a severe form of cancer. ICE is saying that the U.S. citizens, by virtue of being American citizens, can eventually come back, but it's unclear how that could happen, Errol.
And we're going to look into the issue of due process in all these immigration cases later this hour. Camilo, thanks very much.
Thanks,
Appreciate the update.